Class 7, Maths, Chapter 3, Data Handling. In our previous sessions, we have discussed about range, mean, median, and more. In this session, we will learn about bar graphs and double bar graphs. What is bar graph? A bar graph is a representation of numbers using bars of uniform widths. You have learned how to draw bar graphs in class 6. You have learned to draw bar graphs like this in your 6th standard. Let's revise it. Here we have one example. 200 students of 6th and 7th classes were asked to name their favorite colors. So, as to decide upon what should be the color of their school building. The results are shown in the following table. Represent the given data on a bar graph. Here, number of students and favorite color. Favorite colors and number of students are given. Answer the following questions with the help of the bar graph. Which is the most preferred colored and which is the least preferred? And how many colors are there in all? What are they? Let's draw a bar graph and understand this. Choose a suitable scale for the bar graph. Very important point. Choose a suitable scale as follows. Start the scale at 0. The greatest value in the data is 55. So, and the scale at a value greater than 55, such as 60. Use equal divisions along the axis, such as increments of 10. You know that all the bars would lie between 0 and 60. We choose the scale such that length between 0 and 60 is neither too long nor too small. Here we take 1 unit for 10 students. We then draw and label the graphs as shown. What is the scale of this bar graph? 1 unit. In your bar graph, it is 1 semi equals to 10 students. From the bar graph, we conclude that blue is the most preferred color because blue bar is the tallest, and green is the least preferred color because green bar is the shortest. There are 5 colors. They are red, green, blue, yellow and orange. These are observed on the horizontal line. And on the vertical line, number of students is written. Let's see another example. Following data gives total marks out of 600 obtained by 6 children of a particular class. Represent the data on bar graph. Here, the name of the student is given and marks obtained by particular student is also given. Here, to choose an appropriate scale, we make equal divisions taking increment of 100. Thus, 1 unit, that is 1 semi, will represent 100 marks. What would be the difficulty if we choose 1 unit to represent 10 marks? The bar will be too long because the highest number is 540. So, we are choosing 1 unit, that is 1 semi equals to 100 marks. The scale is 1 semi equals to 100 marks. Here you can see marks of the students out of 600 and name of the students. What is the scale? 1 unit equals to 100 marks. Then check the marks of the students and draw bars according to their marks to draw a bar graph. This you have already learnt in standard 6, drawing a single bar graph. Now in standard 7, we will learn how to draw doubled bar graph. What is double bar graph? It helps to compare two collection of data at a glance. What is the need of double bar graph? It helps us to compare two collections of data. Whereas in single bar graph, we can see single data. Here is one example. Consider the following two collection of data giving the average daily hours of sunshine in two cities, Aberdeen and Margaret. For the 12 months of year, these cities are near the South Pole and hence have only a few hours of sunshine each day. Here name of the months are given and average hours of sunshine in the month is also given for the two cities. We have to draw double bar graph. By drawing individual bar graphs, you could answer questions like this: in which month does each city has maximum sunlight, or in which months does each city has minimum sunlight. However, to answer questions like in a particular month which city has more sunshine hours, we need to compare the average hours of sunshine of both the cities. To do this, we will learn to draw what is called a double bar graph, giving the information of both the cities side by side. This bar graph shows the average sunshine of both the cities. For each month, we have two bars, the heights of which give the average hours of sunshine in each city. From this, we can infer that except for the month of April, there is always more sunshine in Margaret than in Aberdeen. You could put together a similar bar graph for your area or for your city. Here we have another example. A mathematics teacher wants to see whether the new technique of teaching she applied after quarterly test was effective or not. She takes the scores of the 5 weakest children in the quarterly test out of 25 and in the half yearly test out of 25. Here name of the students are given and marks obtained by these students in quarterly test and half yearly tests are given. We have to represent this data in double bar graph. Here the teacher draws the adjoining double bar graphs and finds a marked improvement in most of the students. The teacher decides that she should continue use the new technique of teaching. You can see here the improvement in marks in half yearly test than the quarterly test in all the students. In this way, double bar graph helps us to compare data. Let's learn how to draw double bar graph practically. Here you have one question. This question is from exercise 3.3. The performance of a student in first term and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. Here, name of the subjects are given and marks of first term and second terms are given. We have to draw a double bar graph and then answer the following questions. Let's draw a bar graph for the following question. Here we have one graph paper on which I have drawn a bar graph. Let me tell you 2-3 points which you should keep in your mind while drawing bar graph. Here you can see two lines, x-axis and y-axis. Here I have written name of the subjects, and this side on this axis marks. Write the marks according to scale. What is the scale for the following bar graph? 1 semi equals to 10 marks. So write 0 at the meeting point of both the lines and then start writing marks or numbers according to the scale, 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. Here highest marks are 95. So I have written marks till 100. As we have to draw double bar graph, choose different colors for different data. Here I have done shading in the bar of first term. Mention it here. The bar of first term is shaded and the bar of second term is plain. Then according to the marks, I have drawn the bars. Here in first term, the marks in English are 67. So 60 plus 7 lines. Then mark and then draw the bar and shade it. In the second term, the marks of English are 70. So mark at 70 and then draw a bar. In this way you can do for the rest of the other subjects. Draw a bar graph using pencil, pointed pencil. Otherwise you will not be able to draw perfect bars, and use scale to draw bars. You can use different colors here to show different data. In this way you can draw other double bar graphs.